Hi guys, it's me Toffee Dog, and I never expected to make a video. As you can see, it's quite late, so I apologise for the lighting. I have got my light on, but it's like 11 at night, but I had to tell you this story, and when this happened to me, it reminded me so much of a story I really want to tell you guys anyway. So basically, just now I checked my Instagram messages. I have an Instagram page by the name of my YouTube channel, not my personal, but I do have some personal photographs, but just of my face, nothing that would tell you guys where I live or any really personal details. And I got this message from a username called Sugar Daddy, which at first I thought was creepy. And when you see the last message they sent you, it was a love heart, and I felt sick, literally, because I'm taken. And also the word sugar daddy means, if you're younger, I would suggest maybe not watching this video, because I am going to talk about like some really weird creepy things and to do with the internet and also online dating, which I do have some stories of. And he basically messaged me and said, hey beautiful, I like your profile, and basically some really messed up stuff and a heart. And I sent him a quick message and I said, you're really creepy, please do not message me again, thanks. And then I thought, hold on, that's not going to be enough, so I blocked him. And this literally happened just this second, and I got my data usage back because I have overrun it. But then I thought I'll just check, see if I have any messages on my social media sites I need to check, because I have filed a complaint for something, which again is another story. So I was like, oh, let's see. It's just the first time I've ever filed a complaint or anything. And then I have got a couple of dating stories. I decided to try a certain dating app, which is probably the most famous one. It is, let's say, it puts a fire in people's bellies. And I knew it had a reputation, but I was so curious, and I was so like, maybe there are some decent people on here, maybe I can find someone who's not just in it for a one night stand, which is not anything I would ever do. Again, this is why younger viewers, you probably should be watching this, because it's, I'm sorry, that's my window farting. Basically when it comes through it sounds like it's farting. But anyway, I went on there, and what I did was, if someone wanted to add me on social media, I would add them onto either Snapchat, Instagram or Twitter, which was my YouTube handles. So they didn't have any personal details about me, especially if it was quite early on and they were like please, can I add you on social media? And also that way it was really easy to block them if they had done anything wrong, which luckily they didn't. And I think I'm actually still following some of them, but we've kind of just agreed to be friends. And the first guy, he was another one who's quite interested. He seemed like a really nice guy, and I said to him, you know, I'm not into a quick fix. He was like, yeah, that's fine. So I added him on my Snapchat because it was quite, I think it was only like a day talking. And added him on Snapchat, and he every day would send me a photo of his face saying hello, and like it was about here, and he wasn't wearing anything here, but I was like, not worry, I'd send him one back on my face saying hi, or I'd screenshot something else and just go hey, but he never replied back. And even when I messaged him saying hi, you okay, he would never message me back, which I found really strange. And then I think about a week after having him on Snapchat, I noticed that he sent me 2 images rather than 1, which I was like, oh, okay, maybe we can talk properly now. The first one was his face, same sort of, it was different each time, but same sort of thing, face cut off to here. But the second one was one of the most disgusting things I've probably ever been sent. He was basically, his friend was, oh, how do I even say this? Oh gosh. He basically had an erection. He took a picture of his thing totally up, lying on the bed, not showing his face, and then the caption, which is the thing that made me cringe most of all, was thinking of you. And oh my gosh, I flipped, because first I'm asexual, so this is even worse than if it was anyone else. But I was like, dude, I've only known you a week max. Why would you send me a nude? So I blocked him, because I was like, I don't want to have any more chances of seeing that kind of thing, because No. I did not ask for anything. You've been ignoring my messages, and then you just decide, oh, let's send her a nude. So that was the first story. I blocked him. I don't actually block people that often. I think I've only blocked 2 people, him and the guy I just talked about. And then I kept on trying because I thought, okay, let's give some other people a chance. This guy was just weird, and it did work me adding him to another social media page, and I never heard from him again. So I thought, I'm safe, no problems. And I met this other guy. I won't say his name. I was so tempted, but let's call him Daniel, okay? His name was Daniel, and we got talking. He was a really nice guy. He was into Doctor Who, which I'm majorly into. He was somewhat into anime, which was brilliant, and he honestly seemed like a nice guy. And we talked for about a week every day, sort of like for half the day we messaged each other whenever we could. And it was actually me who suggested to add him on social media, because I thought, oh my gosh, this is a guy. I've talked to him for like a week now. So he seems like a decent guy. And again, I said, do you have a Facebook page? And I said, I'd also just want to prove that it's you. And I don't remember, but I don't think this dating site had the ability for you to add photographs to send to each other. So I was like, oh, I also want to just double check you are who you say you are, because online dating, if we were to meet, I wouldn't want to meet without making sure. And he sends me like a link to his page, and I add him. And we get talking, and we talk for about another week, 2 weeks, and then he suggests about meeting up, first in London. I say no, and then I say where I live, because that way, if anything goes wrong, I can run to somewhere familiar or go to someone very nearby. If it's just not going well, I can just go home very quickly. And he lives about half-hour train journey from me, so I said, I'll meet you at the train station, and we can go to the movies, go get lunch, and just keep it really simple and less awkward. I didn't say that last bit, but trust me. And the irony was, the week before I met him, I met my current boyfriend. I bumped into him when he was hanging out with one of my high school friends. I don't know why my hands are so busy. And the day before I was going on this date with the guy from the dating site and then Facebook, he basically told me he had feelings for me, and I didn't know what to do. I was sort of like, I don't know. I said, I'll have to think about it. He knew about my date the following day. He's like, I know you've got this, but I just want to see if anything happens. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll let you know after I go on this date on Friday, and then we'll see. So I basically meet him at the train station. Everything is fine until he comes up to me and goes, oh, I've been fined for not having my ticket. So what's happened is he's forgotten his ticket from home, and he's been fined all the money he had on him. So he can't go to the movies with me. But I said to him, look, let me buy you lunch, so at least we can spend time together, you know, get to know each other, even if it's just for an hour. I don't want you to be here in vain. So we go to McDonald's, which is quite nearby the train station, and also it's a familiar place again. I buy him lunch. I say, look, get whatever you want, because I had extra money aside anyway for the movie, so I had no problem. He felt guilty, and he was like, I really feel bad for this. Anyway, we get lunch, and as he's standing by me, I said, oh, so how long have you been using that dating app for? And he said, oh, actually, my friend set it up as a joke. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, so you used it after they set up as a joke? He went, no, they were in control of my profile. They were the ones talking to you. So basically, the guy I first talked to was not even him. It was his friend's best friend girls, and I am not the sort of person to outwardly get mad at people, but I was fuming. I was like, so why didn't you tell me this when we were adding on Facebook? Why didn't you just inform me this wasn't you? And he said, oh, they said you seemed like a really nice girl, you were genuine, you didn't want anything immediate, you were actually serious, and so they linked me. And at that point, I didn't know what to do. I kind of just wanted to get away from the situation, because I was not interested. My mind was just going, well, if you're going to lie to me about that, then you're probably going to lie a lot more. So we had lunch and then we went to the toilets, and I cringily pretended to get a text message from my mum to say I had to look after my brother, and I took him to the train station and then just dashed home. He was a really nice guy. He was shy, but he was nice, but I just couldn't get over the fact that I hadn't talked to him on that dating site, and I only got to know him on Facebook, which was very, very not that long. And so I met my current boyfriend the following day and said, I'm up for it. This one went really bad, actually. Could we arrange it for next week so I at least have some time to get my head around this? And I was really frustrated because this might give his name away, but my favourite celebrity, he had the same name. He kind of looks like him, so I got very excited. But yes, so my advice to you is use online dating carefully. I made sure to make sure he was real by asking him to send photographs and image searching. Asked him to get his other friends to message me just to make sure he was genuine. So if you are going to meet someone online, meet them in a familiar place. Bring a friend with you, or bring a parent with you, or have like a standby. Like I had someone who lived nearby, so I could just go to theirs. And just make sure they're a real person. But those are my dating stories. I've been together with my boyfriend for 10 months now, and I'm very happy. I'm so pleased. I came out to him as asexual, and he's just accepted it. Our relationship is still good. So I'm just going to say to you guys, if you have any funny dating app stories, I would love to hear them. And this is me saying goodbye.